Hi folks, today I want to talk about transactional emails and how to send them from Go. So the method I'm describing works for any kind of service that allows SMTP, but we are using this one that's called Swigo.io. It's not the cheapest one, but it's a German company. So since we are a European company, we want to use European products mostly. But of course, Amazon is much cheaper. So for transactional emails, I think Amazon is unbeatable. But then, of course, the setup is way more complicated. All right. So this company, if I log in, you can see here I sent some test emails, and it also has SMS services. But here the free one is just the email service, and I've set up the domains already. So for the domains, you have to put into your domain name records 3 different records, a CNAME record and another CNAME record and one text record. And you can just copy paste these wherever you have your DNS. I have it with Namecheap, so it's very simple. They have a very simple interface and you can just put it there. So it's basically just key value settings. And then you can verify the domains and that's it. So it works afterwards. You still have to get your API key, generate an API key. You can have an API key for the API and one for SMTP. And I'm using just the one for SMTP. Now, how does this work? Well, you have the data, you have an outgoing SMTP server, it has a port, and of course there are the passwords. This is my password management. You can of course not see the passwords and they are not committed, obviously. They are just somewhere hidden. And then you have to first generate an email body. Now, I didn't write this. This was ChatGPT. ChatGPT recommended one library called Hermes, and it's actually quite neat. It was a good recommendation. It's here, Matt Cornick Hermes on GitHub. That has Apache license, and it can create email bodies with HTML that look like this. So they are nicely styled, nice design, prefabricated, of course, with a button if you want to. And, you can address someone, you can have a short line, some data using key values, and a button for action, and some outro. It's very simple to use and works like a charm. Here's a typical example. You can have your product, you have the name, some link, some logo if you want, and a button with different colors and so on. And the cool thing about this library, which is very important, is that it can generate the HTML body and, of course, also the plain text body. And that's the important thing, because you should really, really also always send the plain text body. I can show you how a mail looks. I'm still using Clause Mail. So indeed, for me, the plain text is important because Clause Mail still cannot really deal with HTML. I mean, it can display it, and I will show to you. This is how it looks when it's an HTML mail, and that's perfect. It's ideal for any kind of transactional, simple emails that have a button like passwords resets, email accounts, confirmation, and so forth. So for this, it's really neat. And I use it here to generate the 2 bodies. It returns the HTML and the text body. And then to send the mail, I'm simply using the old Go Mail plugin. And this is also generated by ChatGPT. But of course, I checked it and it works. So you get the body of the mail. You set the header here, the from email, the to email to, and the subject, whatever you want. You set the text plain body to the plain text, of course, and the text HTML body to the HTML body. And then you create a new dialog for the server port, the user, and password. And what's important here, it even wrote how important it is that at least Swigo requires start TLS. So you have to create a start TLS session here, and that's how you do it in this line. That's just the start TLS policy here. And the configuration just contains the server name. And that's it. If you use dial and send, it will send the email. And I've tested it and it works fine. So that's pretty neat, pretty easy way, and it should work similarly for any kind of provider who allows SMTP. And I think all of them offer SMTP servers, or most of them. Anyway, I hope you found this useful, and check out this Hermes library for creating transactional emails. That's it for today. See you another time. Bye.